Hello, and welcome to another Gentleman video. This time we'll talk about the design and creation of Bloom and Gloom, the first official enemy characters in Gentleman. We'll discuss the design process, talk a little about their characteristics, and by the end I will have a little announcement about On's channel in general. But before that, I'd like to thank all of you for joining the Gentleman family. After only 2 months of recording videos, this channel grew from 0 to 56 subscribers, which for me is quite an achievement. I'm also really glad for all appreciative comments under my videos. They really do motivate me to keep on releasing Gentleman content, and for this, I can't thank you enough. Without further ado, let's get to the video. Bloom and Gloom, in fact, are just 2 variations of the same species called mean spirits. Mean spirits are embodiments of emotions, born from the souls of unhappy travelers. Spirits like this are usually docile, but they can attack travelers and other spirits. It is said that Bloom and Gloom in particular feast on emotions, making people around them either dull and sad or overly happy and exaggerated. Because of this, they mostly choose their habitats based on the amount of souls around them. Places like graveyards, catacombs, or sanctuaries are the most preferable choices. At a glance, the only difference between Bloom and Gloom is their color. Bloom is pinkish, so we can safely assume she prefers sad emotions to feed on. Gloom, on the other hand, is more bluish in tone, and he most certainly prefers happy emotions. They in fact are the smallest creatures inhabiting the plane of Mossland. Because of their size, they often roam in groups and never leave their habitats without any companions. If you stumble upon one of those groups, you may find yourself in real trouble. Mean spirits attacking the squads of 3 at a time. The best warrior and the leader of the group will stand alone as a bait, awaiting the potential prey, while the rest of the pack will stay hidden, alert of any incoming danger, ready to help their leader at any given time. If you get attacked by the Glooms, the leader will jump right at you, dampening your emotions and causing you to slow down dramatically. The other 2 will jump on you right after the other. Accumulation of 3 Glooms atop you will cause your health to drop by 1 ambiguous health point. Blooms work generally the same, but they arouse your emotions instead of dampening them, causing your body to run frantically out of your control. In terms of the design, at first I started with some sketches. At this stage I had no idea how they would be called, nor did I think about making 2 of them, but I always kept in mind them being hostile to the player. You should at a glance be able to identify them as an enemy. As it was supposed to be the most basic enemy character you can find in Gentleman, he or she shouldn't be tied to any specific location. I want them to fit basically everywhere. And if you can find them everywhere, they should be fairly easy to defeat. And this is also an important thing to note in your design. Because of that, they were bound to be small, or at the very least, smaller than Honor is. This would probably ensure the threat those monsters represent is not very great. As the sketching phase progressed, I drew this. And I genuinely liked it, so I put all of my efforts to develop this design forward. Somewhere along the way, we came up with the idea of this character being called Gloom. And we thought, where is Gloom, there ought to be a Bloom, to balance things out. So I drew another very similar character to this one, but with different colors. And surprisingly, it turned out to be a pretty exact reference to Warhammer 40k horror creatures. I've never had anything to do with Warhammer, but I like it anyway. And this is pretty much it in terms of Bloom and Gloom. I will leave the rest of the process playing in the background, but I have one more thing to announce. Next week starts the Easter holiday season. I will be taking a vacation from work for an entire week, and I thought about taking a break from making videos as well. Only in theory, of course, because I still want to create some future content. But anyway, the idea came to me about making a live stream next Wednesday instead of a regular short video. So for everyone interested, there will be a first official stream happening on 3rd of April at 5 PM UTC +1 time, which is Central Europe, I suppose. I wanted to do something special, not entirely related to Gentlemen, but I won't be spoiling anything beforehand. So that being said, if you enjoyed today's video, feel free to leave a comment down below and subscribe to my channel to see future Gentlemen related content. Hopefully we can all meet each other next week in the first official Gentlemen livestream. So, see you next Wednesday. Bye!